Welcome to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out about the meanings and messages behind the signs and omens you're seeing. I've got 6 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the orange calcite. Group 2 is the green agate. Group 3 is the amazonite. Group 4 is the rose quartz. Group 5 is the jade. And group 6 is the brown jasper. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box below. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the orange calcite. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have a breakthrough. Really interesting ideas. Starting fresh with things. Loss of a man. Slippery road. Lots of rainfall. Strange romance. Striking tree. Crying. Credit for your achievements. No more problems of any sort. And they are telling the truth to you. Very interesting. So I'm not sure if you've noticed any of these signs already, or if they're things that Spirit wants you to keep an eye out for. From the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, you have willpower. Improve your willpower to reduce your stress level. From the White Newman Tarot, you have Black Newman. From the Field Tarot, you have the Star. From the Healing Light Tarot, you have the Ten of Swords. And from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have Justice. And the Devil. It does feel like some honesty and some truth will come out for you guys with their telling the truth for you and justice. And it might be like a signal of the end and a new beginning with something. And it does feel like there might have been some information under the surface that hasn't been revealed. And it feels like the revelation of this information will help you to have like a fresh start and put an end to old things that weren't really necessary. It might involve saying goodbye to someone in your life, particularly a man. It could be somebody who's lied to you and it's like they're finally telling the truth to you. It does seem like there's going to be some difficulty with crying and strange romance, loss of a man. It does seem like there's going to be some difficulty, but then what I'm seeing is afterwards there'll be no more problems. I feel like there's some difficulty that's like a breakthrough for you guys. It does seem like it's going to be quite stressful at times. You will have a lot of stress to deal with, and you'll have to stay positive despite the stress. I feel like the stressful, difficult times are like a sign of an end and then a new beginning coming. It feels like an end to really stressful, difficult things, particularly in relationships. Toxic elements in relationships, or maybe like a toxic partner. And you might have to let go. It might involve a lot of crying. Or it might just involve a lot of information coming out, being aired, the truth coming out about a situation. It does seem like there's something concealed, but then there's light brought to a situation. But what I'm seeing is like the light comes after whatever is hidden and concealed is put to an end. After the completion, it's like in the meantime you have to stay very calm despite the stress. Have a lot of self-control over yourself is what I'm feeling. For some of you, there might be like news maybe of a death or a loss of somebody. Not necessarily in your personal life, more like maybe a bad, negative person in the world. Is the energy I'm feeling? It might be somebody in the world, like a very powerful man with secrets, is what I'm feeling. And I'm seeing like information in the world being revealed that brings light, and it will cause an ending, but it will cause an ending that creates a more bright future, a fresh start, and it will be very interesting is what I'm seeing. For those of you guys where it's not involving like a personal situation, like a personal relationship that's breaking up or something. For a lot of you, I do feel like it might be the end of a very stressful relationship or situation. It could be a situation of somebody hiding information and they're finally telling the truth to correct the kind of unhealthy elements, to create more clarity. It does feel like there's like a muddy energy at the moment, and I'm seeing that there's a lot of faith to get you through this kind of difficult, muddy time, and that is going to lead to a breakthrough. But the breakthrough might be very challenging, very difficult. It feels like it's right, like it's meant to be. It's going to lead to a more positive, fresh start is what I'm feeling. But in the meantime, you might experience... Spirit says very strange romance, and we have the devil here. So it might be somebody who you're like inexplicably drawn to, but who's very toxic. Someone who's like mentally unstable potentially, or really just bad for you. And for some of you, it might be that this relationship needs to end. Also be very careful, because Spirit says lots of rainfall and slippery roads, so just be very careful. I would say look where you're going. Make sure to look where you're going. It feels like there's going to be a dark energy lifted, but before the lifting, it might feel quite dark and gloomy for you guys, and you might have some gloomy weather, is what I'm feeling. So you do need to be careful to like keep your eyes open, is what I'm feeling. To try and see the truth, just try and see the facts, just try and see as clearly as possible, to be rational, and to use your mind. Be careful with romance, I'm seeing. Because you might meet someone who's very strange and feel an attraction to them. They might be very, very difficult in their personality type. They might have a lot of secrets. But it does seem like you're going to get the truth out of this person. Like if they do have a lot of secrets, I feel like they'll be honest with you about it. But that just might be quite difficult to take, is what I'm seeing. It might cause arguments, it might cause anger. But it does feel like it's right, and it will lead to a brighter future. So I really hope you enjoyed that group one, and I really hope that made sense for you. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below, and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the green Agate. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages. And you have 7 days. Fantasy becomes reality. straightforwards. A star. Meeting. Staying in a more right environment. End of an era. Style. Interesting, weird meeting. Interesting, you have meeting twice. Strike. And no obvious worries or issues in your world. From the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, you have simple pleasures. Look for beauty that is all around you. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. From the Field Tarot, you have the Sun. From the Healing Light Tarot, you have the Hanged Man. And from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Queen of Staves. For some of you, this meeting could be a work meeting, and I'm seeing it going very, very positively, and it feels like you're going to see like positive signs. I'm not seeing any negative omens for you guys, apart from the fact that there might be like a strike or something. You might have a delay. It could be people like protesting unfair pay and things like that in the world. It doesn't even have to affect you directly, personally. It could be something in the world, like a big strike, and an end of an era in the world, like a change. But it feels very positive because you have fantasy becomes reality and straightforwards. And it feels like it's going to be very soon with 7 days being there. I'm strongly feeling you guys meeting somebody. You might meet somebody famous with a star there. Or somebody who's just extremely beautiful, somebody who will become a star in your eyes, a star to you, someone who makes you very happy. I'm also seeing you might meet a lot of people. You might meet some very interesting people by just random act of fate, especially if you are like waiting around for something to happen. What I'm seeing is you might meet someone who's, for some of you, it might be someone really, really attractive who's like a fantasy person. And for some of you, it could be somebody famous. For some of you, it could be someone really interesting who could maybe help you out with work. It does feel like it's within the next week, and it feels like you don't have to worry about this at all. I feel like it will be very straightforward, very obvious. It will be right in front of your face. You won't be able to miss it. And I'm seeing it'll be very happy for you. It'll be very happy and calm, but you might be waiting around a while for something to happen, is what I'm feeling. You might have that feeling of like waiting for something to happen. You might just find yourself in a certain place at a certain time, waiting around, maybe because of like a strike or something. It could be like a strike of good luck even. It feels like, yeah, for some of you guys, you might meet a lot of people in the day. You might meet a lot of really interesting people, a lot of attractive people. You might just start to meet very attractive people. It could also be, like I said, in relation to your career. You might start meeting people who maybe have connections in the industry that you want to work in. And you might just find everything aligning for you in the right direction. It's very positive energy, though. It does feel like your dreams are becoming true. And I'm seeing it's like a very straightforward, slow progression forwards for you from here. All you have to do is focus on your day-to-day routine, your day-to-day work, and enjoyment, trying to enjoy simple pleasures, enjoying the moment, enjoying what's ever around you. And I'm seeing you're just going to notice this thing. You will notice it. All these things, these meetings, these people. But there is going to be a big transformation as well. It might be quite draining and tiring at times. Because I am feeling there's moments where it will feel really exciting and moments where you might be hanging around feeling stuck. And like wanting to go out and do something and not having anywhere to go kind of vibe. I'm also feeling a sense of like, because your worries and issues go, you might feel a bit bored. Because like, I'm feeling like your hard work is paying off. And there's some kind of progression that will feel like a fantasy to you. It will feel very, very, very happy for you. And it feels like your whole environment is going to be righted. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed that group too. This was a really nice one. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. And leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Amazonite. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages. And you have bribery, easy honesty, strong morning prayer, crime, be ready, clever, listening to something ominous, courage, evil, I am sorry, garden of worry, car issues, and steering issues. Be very careful if you're driving and you have any steering issues. From the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, you have speak out, communicate and solve the conflicts. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Nine of Wands. From the Field Tarot, you have the Three of Wands, vision. From the Healing Light Tarot, you have the Seven of Cups. And from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have strength. I'm seeing there might be an energy of being really distracted, so do be careful if you're driving. But I'm also seeing a strong relationship, and I'm seeing an apology with somebody. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, it could be a family member or a friend. There might be someone who's a bit challenging in your life, and you might have to deal with someone, maybe not the same person, but someone who's kind of evil, or evil in the world. It might be not in your personal life. You might have experienced something evil in the past, and you might need to speak out about it. To have the courage to speak out about evil, no matter how difficult it is. I'm also seeing, yeah, for some of you guys, you might like witness a crime or something. You might have to pick out somebody from a lineup or something like that. That's not for everyone, it's really specific. So again, I'm seeing it's important to pay attention, to make sure your vision's very clear. Because it does feel like there might be a confused energy. And this one does have ominous energy. Some of them were more positive signs. This one does seem like omens. And it feels like there's a need to communicate, especially if you do witness a crime or like someone tries to bribe you or you experience someone evil. And likewise, if you've wronged somebody, it's important to apologize, I'm seeing. You might be seeing ominous omens, and it might be a result of like not apologizing or not speaking out about someone evil. Because yeah, if someone's done something to you, you might feel like it's hard to speak out and like you're the only one bearing the brunt of it. But if they are like a really evil person, they might be doing the same thing to others. So it's very important that you do speak out. That's not for everyone. I'm seeing for some of you might have been experiencing a confusion. You might have been really trying to get clear vision. And I feel like at the important moments, it will be very easy for you to have this clear vision. I'm also feeling it will be very easy for you to be honest. Like if you do need to speak out about something, it will be very easy for you. It won't be as hard as you think it is. You might be really contemplating whether you should say something. I feel like you should, and I feel like you would have someone with you on your side. I'm also feeling like a really nauseous energy, so I'm not sure if nausea is something else. Nervousness. It does feel like there's something you have to do that you really need to be brave. You will need to have courage, but I'm also feeling like you will suddenly get the bravery when you need to. Like if you do see a crime happening, you might get the courage to do something to help. You might be able to help save somebody's life or something like that. I am seeing anxiety, and I don't know, the Garden of Worry, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it means something to you guys. And yeah, I'm seeing really, really be careful if you are driving. There's also a very tense energy. I'm not sure if you're going to be having back and shoulder issues. And also maybe vision problems is what I'm feeling, lack of clarity in your eyes. And like a really an exhausted feeling, but like you still have strength and courage despite the exhaustion is what I'm feeling, because it's like it's very needed. Spirit saying be ready. And I'm also seeing you might be getting like visions of your own future. Especially through music, you might find that the lyrics of the music you're listening to are kind of like predictive of things. So do pay attention, just pay attention to everything, I would say, and be very cautious and careful, guys. But I hope that resonated with you anyway, and I hope that was helpful. Spirit says strong morning prayer, so I do feel like prayer will help you, and there might be a particular day when you wake up and feel the need to pray a lot, and I feel like that day will be very significant. So do pay attention, and leave me a comment, because this one's really interesting and a little bit scary. So I'm sorry, guys, for the difficult reading. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the rose quartz. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have ominous email, crime of a promise broken, more of the same issues, worrying about an issue, having a migraine. It's very interesting. I literally have a migraine right now as I started recording this reading. Client. Go. And end in a new start. From the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, you have transformation. Let love transform you forever. From the White Newman Tarot, you have temperance. From the Field Tarot, you have the High Priestess. From the Healing Light Tarot, you have the Hermit. And then from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have Temperance. Wow, double Temperance. And the Princess of Swords. Interesting. I do feel like there's a lot of need for patience and trying to stay as calm as possible, despite the fact that it does feel like there might be a lot of stress and like internal stress, worry, and migraines, really bad headaches. I'm seeing like a lot of stress on your mind, and you need to try and be strategic and balanced and plan things carefully and be very calm and independent is what I'm seeing. Because somebody might break a promise to you and it might be very hurtful. You also might receive like a very, ominous email. It might be from somebody who's a client. It might be somebody you know through work, something in relation to work. Or an email to let you know that somebody is breaking a promise to you or something like that. Emails that have issues in them, like non-stop problems coming to you, like messages of problems. But it also feels like a new beginning, with Spirit saying end and a new start, and you have transformation. So I feel like a lot of the stress and pressure is coming from the fact that you are being asked to transform. And with Spirit saying more of the same issues, it feels like it might be time to kind of change things, to take away the old issues, to create a new beginning, and use your mind to like try and plan. And it does feel like being independent would help. Being more independent, being more self-reliant, because it might be that other people will be letting you down. And that might be giving you a headache, like other people might be giving you headaches and stress. And it feels like you'll be able to stay calm alone. With ominous email, I also feel like you might find out a lot of information that you already might intuitively know some of this stuff, but you might receive news of it, and it might cause you to have to make decisions. And it's very important to communicate calmly and clearly and in a very understanding, balanced manner. I am seeing some opportunity in this situation, like it might feel ominous and difficult, and you might have a headache, but it does feel like there is transformation happening from the pressure and from the stress. And I'm seeing you can manage. You can handle it. And you might find yourself feeling very calm despite issues that you have on your mind, despite the worries, despite any stressful information that you receive. It feels like the information will help you to move forwards, to find direction, to make plans. I am seeing you might receive some very interesting information, and some of it might be through downloads, some of it might be through searching, some of it might be through online or emails. You might be trying to find out information about somebody else, I'm seeing, and it might be good to keep it to yourself until you know what to do with it, I'm seeing. I'm feeling like that's pretty much all I have for you, but I really hope that was helpful and I hope that resonated with you. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here, I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Jade. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages. And you have probable ominous information. Elevation. Start in a week. time of a strange morning and torrential rain. From the Sufi wisdom oracle, you have beyond the ego, surrender to the flow of life. From the white Newman tarot, you have strength. From the field tarot, you have the Eight of Cups, retreat. And the Two of Swords, decisions. From the healing light tarot, you have justice. And the Magician. And from the ancestral path tarot, you have the Six of Swords. Trusting. I am seeing there's like a lot going on for you guys, and it feels like you're tackling a lot of problems in your life and taking care of a lot of things, and it does feel like a strange time for you. And I feel like the weather is going to be strange. The time might be moving very strange for you, is what I'm feeling. You might have a weird sense of time moving very slow or time moving very fast. I feel like there might be some news that you receive that hurts you on an ego level, but it might be right on a soul level. And you might kind of feel that. You might feel a bit of a sting to your ego, but ultimately you kind of feel the rightness of it, feel that it's right. And it feels like it creates space for you to move forwards. I am seeing a need for calm and peace, and especially in relationships, and if you are having like difficult conversations, I'm seeing a need to be very understanding, very calm, very balanced, very peaceful, and very fair. I'm seeing you guys are likely to be moving on from a lot of situations in the past that were very difficult. And I am feeling a sense of elevation, like you're moving forwards despite anything that's really difficult right now, despite challenging information that you're receiving. I'm seeing that through dealing with challenges, you will elevate, you will improve, but it's going to be quite tough for you. And I do feel like you are going to have to meditate and stay very calm, stay in a very peaceful energy, especially with difficult people or difficult situations. You might need a little time out at times. You might need some time alone. There might be really, really intense rain and like flooding, unexpected flooding. And I'm also seeing after the rain, it might be a lot calmer for you. But it might be that things need to be kind of cleared out during the rainy time. And I'm also seeing a kind of pause to get things righted. There might be a temporary separation in a relationship to kind of correct things. For some of you, it could be a permanent separation. And for some of you, there could be like a new job would start in a week. For some of you, these omens or these signs could start in the next week. I do feel like you do need to get past your ego. You do need to just go with the flow and see what happens. You will need to let go of things, I'm seeing. And with torrential rain, it does feel like a kind of clearing away and a cleansing. And you will have to be very strong and brave and tackle whatever challenges the universe is presenting you with, because it does feel right. It does feel right, and it does feel like you will elevate yourself through being able to stay calm. But there are moments when it might feel a bit depressing and a bit sad, and you might feel like you have too much responsibility in a situation. You might feel like you have too much on your plate, like you're being asked too much of by the universe, like asked to let go of too much, asked to stay strong too much, asked to do too much. And I am getting like a really weird weather vibe, like maybe sun, clouds, and like torrential rain all at the same time, and a kind of weird energy. And perhaps some cutting out of people in your life, some saying goodbye, some endings. But it does feel like it's very right. And like something better's being created. So do try and go with it and try and release yourself of any pride and ego and desire for control with things that are outside of your control, like other people or situations, and focus more on what you can do in your own life to elevate yourself, because I feel like that's pretty much all you're being asked to do, is just stay calm and focus on your own remit. But yeah, I hope that resonated with you, Group 5, and I hope that was helpful. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here, I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the brown Jasper. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have draining evil eyes. Staring on the street. Staying. Weird eyes on a woman. Yeah, I'm strongly feeling like getting a lot of negative vibes from people, like seeing people with bad vibes who are maybe like staring at you, looking at you weird. Caution. Grainy afternoon. Tired always. Gliding. Loud noises. Worrying male. And for wrong reasons of meeting. From the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, you have returned to joy. We are here to experience joy. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Page of Wands. From the Field Tarot, you have the Princess of Wands, Exploration, very interesting. From the Healing Light Tarot, you have Strength. And then from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I'm feeling like there might be a hater around you, like someone with very bad intentions to keep an eye out for. And it's like a warning to stay away from people who do give you bad vibes, I'm seeing. And there might be a particular man in your life who's really worrying. It might not be even about you. It might be someone you're associated with, potentially, who you're kind of attached to. And yeah, you might have met some people for the wrong reasons, like maybe just being in the wrong place at the wrong time kind of thing, like off your kind of right journey, or just hanging around the wrong kind of people. And you might be feeling really drained all the time. You might have loads of invitations to meet up with people and be feeling really drained. And it feels like time to break free from anyone like that, anyone really negative and draining in your life. Especially if they're really mean, like mean-hearted, mean-spirited people, cruel people. Especially people who give you the evil eye, if you feel like you have evil eye on you. It does feel like there's kind of a break away from that, like you can break away from them, is what I'm feeling. But yeah, if you are kind of associated with people for the wrong reasons, I would say be very careful and try and break away from those kind of attachments. And there might be a particular male in your life who's like really worried about something. And it might be that he's caught some negative attention, maybe, like a man in your life might have caught some negative attention. It also might be that you're getting negative attention. And I don't know if you're giving people negative attention, but you should focus more on things that make you happy. Because I'm feeling like for some of you guys, you might be getting negative attention and then focusing on things that make you feel angry and annoyed. Like, for example, there's certain TV shows and things like that that people like to hate watch. Or it could be even the news, like you watch the news and it makes you angry, it puts you in a bad mood. Or it could be that you go out on the street and there's other people giving you evil eye and it makes you feel really angry. And if that's the case, I would say try and have a lot of courage, have a lot of strength, and focus on what you're doing, focus on your own journey, your own mission. Look at the sky, look at anything that's bright and beautiful, that's not anyone with negative, evil eye towards you. Focus on anything that makes you happy, because it feels like you need to get away from stress and stressful people and negative people and like hateful energy. And that might take a lot, because you might have a lot of people around you who have bad vibes. And I'm feeling like a very drained energy, so I do feel like there's like people trying to like hold you back in your life. It might be a male who's like worrying about you gliding away from him or something, or yeah, something like that, or someone who's just wishing ill on you because they're jealous or something like that. But I'm seeing that you shouldn't be afraid of attention anyway. You should still be proud. Be proud of yourself, but just be cautious with people. Be cautious who you give your energy to. Be cautious where you go. Because you might be getting zapped, completely zapped of your energy. Especially with anger, being angry at others, being involved in like angry situations, draining situations. And you guys might be feeling constantly tired, constantly on edge. I'm feeling like really shaken by loud noises, jumpy. And I feel like you need to focus more on joy, and you might need some more space. You might need a nicer space. Or like a more open space to visit, just going for walks and things like that. But yeah, it feels like time to break free from very negative situations so that you can have a more joyful existence, and especially getting away from people who have negative intentions towards you. Be very cautious with people. When you're meeting people, because you might be in a very sociable energy right now where you are making connections. When you meet people, just be very cautious about what their intentions are and why you're meeting them, like what your intentions are with meeting them. Because it does feel like you don't have that much energy, and you need to be cautious with who you share your energy with, because people can be energy vampires, guys, so just be careful. And I feel like people's eyes will tell you a lot. So yeah, be wary of people, look in their eyes to see what their intentions are and what their energy is like. But I hope that was helpful for you, Group 6, and I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.